y'all? It is me, Tasha C. And if y'all been here before, this has been a long time and maybe even surprised to some people that I just popped up 3 years something later and say, going to review and recap a TV series, where it's reality, a movie, or something. But anyway, y'all, I'm here. And I'm reviewing the series premiere. I do not know if this is going to be a limited series or if they're going to try the series, but based on what I observed, and I'm not being biased or anything, and looking a couple articles online, maybe a limited series. Like I said, I don't know what they're going for, but and not by choice being limited. But today, I'm going to talk about review recap The Idol, which stars and is also co-produced, I think, by The Weeknd slash his government is able. I'm not going to mispronounce his last name, and he plays one of the main characters. And um, it is they do have some points that are graphic, that just to warn you, and maybe and are cringy, but it's not as cringy and as shock value or oh my god's moments as you expect. You know what I mean? But let's get into it, y'all. Now we're starting at the beginning. We see this young lady, taking pictures, and the photographer is asking for emotions. Give me vulnerable. Give me this. Give me surprise. Give me sexy. Give me whatever. And then, even on emotional, she's able to get the word works in. And the world, the after that, somebody and people in the background, like, let's take a break. She on a cigarette break, and they getting her ready, prepared. And by the way, y'all, just to let y'all know before I finish this, that I have to put this in. This is my third time attempting and learning how to use this Capcom software. Well, just trying to put this up. This is my third time trying it. It was an epic fail, and so I might be a little extra, little, it might be possibly boring or not enthusiastic in this review. But and also, by the way, we this is June. This is a happy Black Music Month, Black Music History Month. It's Juneteenth. There's Happy Father's Day. Congrats to the 2003 graduates who've already graduated or are about to graduate, whether it's or in a couple weeks, couple days, and by the end of this year, December, or so forth, or October. Just congrats to all the graduates. Okay. Also, it's Happy Pride Month as well. So, like I said, happy Pride, like Juneteenth. Yeah, I think I got most of it. Oh, and how can I forget? If I can get everything, if I can remember Juneteenth, Happy Father's Day, of course, this is because I'm recording this again in the evening time on June 15, 2023. This is Hydronitis Awareness Month, HS, where it's a chronic illness. You can go look it up. I talk about it on my YouTube channel as well, dealing with that. Ugh, a hell of an illness, I'll say that. Okay. But anyway, y'all, because we are AH warriors. If you know somebody, if you are, we should try and find. Like I said, that's a lot this is. Okay, but let's get back into the review. I just want to make sure I put that in there. Now, when we find out, I'm gonna call her Jaws because that's the nickname. She is a pop star who's basically a lot of has went on her life where she had to postpone, like doing songs, videos, tours, and so forth, whatever. In the background. Now she's in this red robe, and I will tell y'all, I noticed a lot of things occurred that had something to do with red. Now, even the name comes up when they're taking this first break with doing these photos, which may go, in her album cover and magazines like Paper, Baby Fair, whatever. And she sits here, when she's doing this, and Like I said, I didn't notice the robe. It was besides being low cut, the V, the deep, deep V cut, and her manager, which is, oh, I'm about to call him Cram Chain, is talking to the record representative, executive producer, record label executive named Nikki. Who Nikki is a firework by some of the stuff she says. Okay, she is something else. Okay, there are zero given when it comes to that lady. Okay, when it turns out, because I couldn't tell to a certain distance, even though I was watching the stream through the mobile phone, watching this. It's on HBO Max. We're gonna say HBO, even though now it's the Max. Um, on her arm, I'm looking and thinking that that could possibly be an Apple Watch in white. Okay, it turns out it's supposed to be the sexy robe is supposed to be representation of Hollywood, which Chan was talking about to Nikki, like, what are we doing? Are we trying to make this, like sexualizing the whole thing with her being, mental illness being sexualized? Nikki's like, yes, mental illness is sexy. Now, that is one extreme to another. There's still stigmas and there's still people who, like look at mental illness as like you the devil's child itself, um, or it's something discussed or mental illness, or there's a like I said, still stigma. But going jump to one screen, you're saying mental illness is sexy as heck. And there's no words for that. Okay. Um, but anyway, she's talking about even like, yeah, this can be sex. Nikki's saying, yes, it can be sexy. Think about, the boy in the ranch that, lives in Idaho or Iowa, wherever she was talking about. And, they see her and they want her and they want to smash her. But they know they can't get her, even if they had the presence to even see her in person. It's basically having this fantasy and making this woman basically vulnerable and the cash cow, cha-ching, and continue on with that, okay? Because somebody got paid their bills and stuff and paid for that house, okay? Anyways, we also find out that she has lost her mother at least a year and a half prior to, and her mother lived with her. That's the only relative of hers, loved one they mentioned, is her mom. You know, she does have a best friend and her sister slash assistant that is Leah that stays with her, and Mara's like, "Here's your coffee and stuff, blah blah blah," and tries to look out back for her. Also, we have Diane, who is actually Johnson Dancer. We've also mentioned. I was originally y'all gonna tell all the people's names in here, but like I said, this is the third damn try that I've done this, and I'm tired, and so I'm just going by the names that they presented in this. So right when they're in the middle, Destiny, who's also a Josh co-manager, comes in to tell them, it was like, let me talk to y'all real quick. There something has linked. Now, it's somebody with some revenge corn that rhymes with a P word, for safety measures, I'm gonna say revenge corn. They got a picture which I want to bring up, which one of the funny parts on and off was dealing with the Live Nation representative named Andrew and stuff who was trying to get in. I don't know if it was trying, because Gaty Canudi trying to get her house. He didn't have, I don't know what the ID was, done my driver's license, a certain stage pass, whatever. To get in there, he had to Google and show the guy the security gated thing, like, let me in. I've been in here several times. He's talking about it, everybody's talking about it, but they're trying to keep her phone away from Johnson originally for finding out because they're afraid that she gonna have another psychotic episode and go off the roof in. That's why everything got postponed because of what had happened. They said, they were talking amongst each other, some of the people, like, there's like she dealt with their things with morphine and her just like, having a breakdown. And also around the same time, in between, right before they talk about, which I like to say Andrew's words, what is it called? Pop toast or no Pop tarts, glaze or Pillsbury door glaze. Now I'll leave it as that. What I'm referring to, the place to what it really is, or have you been a fan of the classic? Um, a song called "Get Low" by Little John and I think the East Side Boys, and also the Ying Yang Twins. There is a song called "Get Low," and let's just say, like, oh, skeet skeet, just that's let's you can see where I'm saying to place it on, okay? But at the same time, right before then, there's a guy, I didn't know his name, but he was like this, by this time, when to get off the break and start taking photos, besides, the Pop Tart glaze that, we're talking about that was on her face in the picture, uh, that is leaking around, that's revenge corn. There's this guy. At the same time, it's like, no, no, no. Even after they start talking and realize about the Pop Tart glaze, um, he's like, you can't put this shit on here. No, 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 no. We gonna do side boob, this side, maybe a little under boob, whatever. But they are arrows and all. We ain't supposed to be showing nips. Okay, you have to wait for 40-day pass for a nudie pass, whatever the heck he kept talking about. And Jim is like, "Uh, no," and even Johnson, but it's like, "No, it's my body, it's my place. I'm a comfortable about it. I want this to be my album and all this stuff, blah blah blah," right? And the guy even keeps explaining to them, "No, we can't do this. You just gotta wait 48 hours." So Sam even told him, like, "Look here," kept explaining to him again. "So I'm about to waste this money I spent on this. I would have to this would basically throw away, throwing money in in a shredder, in the toilet and stuff like that if I listen to your ass." And so this is one guy with luxurious hair, whatever, right? Comes out, he used one of the many bathrooms that was in Joss's house. He sits there after he leaves there, and he tricks the guy who's like the nudie, the police gang, whatever, stop the nudity or get a pass to use nudity. He told like I said, told also other people that was on the staff too about it, like him trying to say, "No, we can't do this, blah, 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 or we need a pass, whatever." And so, like I said, he tells him, so Jan was like, "You know what? I'll talk to you. Let's go to the bathroom." It's big. And, first the guy's like, "Huh?" But he's like, "You know what? We will go talk. We'll talk about, discuss it." So, dun, 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 he pushes him right in there. And the guy who has luxurious hair that already walked by tells him to keep the door locked. He's like, "Do you want to make 5 G's?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, sure. Just for 3 hours." And that would show eventually when the guy goes out with her. Imagine. So I don't know if he got his whole 5 G's back, but he did get a down payment, at least 2 G's, and he'll get the rest for 3 hours. So the man, of course, is kept trying to get out. Like I said, you know, no slip of the nip police, a group or whatever he was supposed to be of. But he's like, "Let me out, blah 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 blah." Okay, whatever, right? And so they got him out the way. But we still got to deal with this issue. At the same time, there is a woman by Hardy Neff. Her name's Talia, who's a Vanity Fair writer. She's also there, but she is like I think what's another guy named Benjamin that's also part of her staff, and of course, Talia went to go to talk. I guess like I think his name is Benjamin. Like I said, y'all, yeah, her John's publisher, and I think they went to talk. I don't know. I know Talia went to go talk to somebody, and one of them, either Andrew or Shem, was like, "Of course, I know y'all two would talk to each other, whatever, because um, Talia, I think, is a TS woman. I think I don't know, but like I said, I love the color of her hair. But yeah, she's here to do the thing, and Talia's up here asking, like, does Josh know about this photo? She realized that nobody told this lady shit. Okay, about her about this photo going around. They trying to cover it up. There's even, they all talking about, like there's nothing wrong. And of course, Nikki's crazy tail definitely, I mean, has no problem saying this okay. She was like, "Man, there's no little glaze on the face sometimes." She was like, "Back in the day, I used to get smashed in my head and go Capitol Records and stuff, and act like nothing happened, and go have a meeting and stuff and get Starbucks later." And Andrew's like, "Yeah, I know. I used to be smashing you too." I'm like, "Oh, okay." But anyway, we still worry about this glaze in the face. And like I said, Jocelyn also has to do a rehearsal for this new song supposed to come out, supposed to be a hit. It's basically, I'm a freak. If you wanna be me, get on your knees, you bitch, you're getting a bank account, blah 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 blah. And her dance has been out there 45 minutes. They got some dancing thing, whatever. So she's changed her clothes out of her robe into a dancing outfit. The first time she's performing, and like I said, on and off again, they're still talking about what we gonna do about this photo or revenge corn. They're trying to stop it, so anybody who posts this on the darn thing, it will be, be considered because that's really what it is, revenge corn. And they even ask them late at the same time. It's like I said, they keep going back and forth, back and forth. And they even asked, like, well, Leah, did you know, who possibly could be? She was like, I don't know who could have been. I mean, it's been in and out, so I don't know how long she's gonna be doing this. It could be possibly a coping mechanism, already being in the field, whatever, and because it's been at least three times mentioned about the passing of her mother's passing of her mom, and every other scene that she's in, almost she's smoking a cigarette, and it just seems like that maybe, and also she takes an alcohol too. That may be why she goes to these things, and even probably down to sex and a little bit sometimes extreme, which I'll tell about later, to deal to cope. And we're talking about maybe it was a sexy, but did anybody mention, or I know if y'all watched it already, there's no mention about her actually getting help. Did she actually get help for this stuff? Okay, and that may explain how she ends up with a sleazy Trados character, later on. Okay, so they finally tell her about what's going on after she did. Because the first time she tried to dance, it seemed like she was about to fall out. She seemed out of it. So they tell her, I think Darlene or someone else told her to take a break. And then, she's finally able to dance the routine to the song. And after she finished dancing, whatever, they finally mentioned and showed her picture with the glaze on her face. And she basically, you know, I think definitely Destiny, of course, just like she was the one who got the picture, was the same one who had showed her, even though most of the staff and people were in there. And she was like, it could have been worse and stuff. And they explained, like, we're trying to get this done and, just straighten out, whatever, so forth. So, like I said, um, I guess she deals with that. But she ends up going to the sauna with what Danny's already there, and she was told about, what, you remember when you would tell me about this club? So they decide, they're gonna go and hang out and stuff like that, right? They go to this club, and like this thing with the red, you got the red robe, you got everything, even at the end title. Oh, by the way, I think they already showed like some reference. I don't know, like Nikki was saying, like, we get this straightened out, like the American Black person she brought up, and somebody else brought up Simon Biles to a question. I hope I'm saying that Bills. And they had, I know she had some pictures of Prince during, of course, his Little Red Corvette area, Purple Rain area with the coats. You know, I don't know if it was specific um references. What was that movie with Sharon Stone? The famous scene that they had in there where no, she's talking to Michael Douglas character. Um, I maybe not bring it up. I don't feel like looking up. Like I said, y'all, this is a lot right here. But yeah, so they going out to this club, and this is what I'm saying. It's something about the color red. Maybe this is supposed to be a sweet entry to hell, one of they rooms in hell. Because even when you go in there, Trace. But this is when we finally get introduced to Weekend's character, Trados, Tedros, and they're playing just like the prayer by Madonna song, which was also controversial just alone and when it came out. And then it had the model slash actress talent extraordinaire Leon, who was playing, the character role, including a black Jesus that hugs and it just hugs from Madonna, would it just it was a lot. But he was like, "This is your church, everyone. We're here to love. We're here to smash." But like I said, the whole lighting was mostly red, you know. And We even had to, I don't know if it made a significance to show the back of a man's bald head that says "Life is War," I think, or "Love is War." But, they're already in there. Link was already trying to be making sure to be on the safe side to look out for her girl. You know, um, she's trying to get some agua and stuff, and the woman's taking her time getting it. But when they, I guess, like, once Tedros noticed, that, the star, the pop idol is there, he's just like, "Oh my gosh, look, he's here. Is that who I think it is? I must come to you and dance and, come and dance with you." And then, because he already told everybody one shot is on him, he goes to her and Luke's like, "Can you hurry up with the water?" Bartender's still talking about, "Hope, Lord, hurry up." And while he's with Josh, where he's able to dance with her and he's starting to do sort of like, you fit so lovely in my arms and everything. Ugh, that talk. And they go have a drink. I notice he's looking at some of his henchmen, or based on Wikipedia, said some of his cult members. One I did not know, y'all. I'm still waiting for my glasses. I had lost them, so it probably, hopefully, by this week or no later next week, they finally goes come in. So that's another story for another day. So, anyways, the guy Moses, he is talented as heck. His name is Isaac. And like I said, they're all looking at each other where he's giving these two particular men the eye and looking at Lena, I guess, to make sure she doesn't like interrupt him trying to get close to John. And I was kind of concerned at first because when, they have a drink, so I'm like, I hope they don't be about the drugs, Josh and Lena, they, to distract the way they were eyeing, he was giving them the nod and stuff, and they were looking, I'm thinking like, oh hell no. I want to be edgy, but I don't what this ain't what the hell gonna happen? So they went to go, she's in the some, I don't know, if an office room, and it's red as hell. Like I said, he's giving you a sweet entry to hell, I guess. Look. And he went and like they talking, she's like, "Is this your club?" "Yes, this is my, this is mine, blah blah blah." And they start to make out there, okay, and but I'm surprised it didn't have try to have, smash there, because they end up trying to smash where one of the exit stairs are, where, on the stairs. And she's like, "I never smashed anybody with a rat tail," which, like I said, is Pop Tarts and Rat Tails is the title of this particular. And Luke's all looking around for her and stuff, but she able to hide and, not show, herself, whatever. And so, David Hyde, and they just end up talking, and you know, they just talk a little bit about things that really was not worth remembering, but basically convince her, like, how she just, trying to do like just some introduction. I mean, they went from smashing to like talking where she felt comfortable enough, like, "Oh, okay. I'm gonna invite him to my house the next day. Okay." Or wherever the heck it was. So Lila, but what she was trying to distract, to be distraction was Moses Isaac character. "Do you want to dance?" And she's like, "Well, okay, I'll take it as a yes." So he started dancing with her. And if they smash that, if what's his name, Weekend and Josh do end up having sex, we don't see anything. Um, so Josh, which they made sure, because of with her dress being as see through and all this other stuff. What happened was she goes down right to her couch, and she decides, this is the part that's even cringe. She decides at the same time she's choking while jillying, which is the opposite of Jack. You know what I'm saying? But she choking while jillying. She choking herself while jillying. I'm like, what the heck? What? Huh? And so you got to. Maybe that's why you raised some of the ear, because they were talking about this was torture corn, but this was torture corn. Because it's just like, what the hell is this? And then you dealing with her choking until she happy, I guess. Next, I think the next day, Talia comes back in to do an interview with her, And sometimes she would stop the button that she didn't want to push, but she was saying like, "You're awesome, you're a wonderful person," and and she also asked about her mom as well. This is the second time her mom was brought up, and but she's like I said, doing the interviews, kind of like a come up thing, and but one of the things that stood out towards the thing that towards the end of this interview was she asked her, "Well, who do who do you look up to? Who do you no, who do you answer to?" And surprisingly, Josh says God, and Tony was like, "Oh, okay." But it's interesting because it's like, um, okay, never mind. Not to say a person just because a person believes in God mean they gotta sit here and be Bible thumping and knocking people over Bible or anything like that. It was just interesting that she brought up God and just was like, okay, well, next scene. But it was, it was kind of like a lot of slow moments in this show. Like I said, even though with Andrew, especially when Andrew got there and everything, I thought that was a little bit entertaining. But anyway, so let's get to the last thing, last part. So when was Leah asked her, like about the guy because she wants Trey to listen to the song and come over and stuff. Like I said, she already talked earlier that day to watching a clip of Sharon Stone and that Mike Douglas famous movie that I don't know why I can't remember the title of it, but she feels like this song is not her. That's really why she doesn't like the song because it's not really her. It's kind of superficial. Like in order to see this freak, you gotta show me that bank account. Bank account be worth something, not no negative or anything. And her friend's like, of course, Layla's like, of course, it's gonna sound weird because you're talking it out. It's a good song, but Josh, with everything she's going, she still is like, I don't like it. And so she invites her is open, and he comes through the open gate with his long, I don't know, if it was leather, but long black trench, everything black, and I don't know if he got a car, a Lyft, Uber drive, one of his cult members dropped him off because you of course you don't know that he's good, but there is some creepiness involved. So Lay opens the door to let him in, anyway. And he first thing he do is to like in handshake, he goes to hug her. Then she lets him know that Josh is getting ready and like you all right, you can have some, you can have this, you can have that, whatever. He was like, "Are you sure?" So, she got a big night where he's getting, starting to sip on some type of white liquor. He goes into one of her other bathrooms and he got a little scooper for some nose candy they sniffed on, and he's reciting like what he's going to say to her. I think he says, "You're going to be angel, you're my angel," or something like that. And he sits down and he smells the pillow. I guess the sniffer hair of her body was on the same couch where she was, choking and jilling, the day before and, stuff. But he's just sniffing it. I don't know if he was trying to see whether she, uses Tresemme or, Tresemme or whatever, um, um, but he, was waiting on her. So she finally comes down in that same red robe, silk robe, and some stockings, but kind of dressing the same as she was for the shoot. And I don't know if there's anything significant about that particular robe that she likes about it or not. I don't know if they'll get into it, but anyways, so they drink or whatever quite a bit. And oh, I forgot to mention when Josh was slating on that Trader Tatos was going to come over. She was like, "That dude is a creep." And she's like, "I know he's an asshole," but she figures like, at least she knows he's an asshole. So that means there's most likely, he'll tell her the truth and stuff. And yeah, he's creepy and he's kind of, sit there probably, gives the vibes of, being, butt naked and under a tan trench coat, something like that. But it doesn't matter. I mean, I like that about him. Ugh, cringy. Anyway, so after they're drinking and stuff like that, they decide to go downstairs or somewhere where she has her studio. And he's listening to the song. And just like a lot of other people are saying, like, this is okay. What is wrong with the song? And she just says she doesn't like it. It's a super shit. And again, here comes the thing about, Did your mother live here or something referring to about your like your mother's? Is the first time you saying since your mother passed and stuff like that, or song you recorded since your mother passed, and then he's has the ice, the cup and the ice, beef duchess. She's putting some rub down the neck and all up open on her body and blah blah blah. And then this part where it's that what he talked about, he discussed like the only thing I don't like about the song is I don't believe you. She's like, you don't believe me. And he's like, yeah, you say you're a freak, right? But this, when you sing the song, it doesn't sound like you're one. Okay. Basically saying like she's pretending the part. You don't sound like you know how to smash good. You don't sound like you can't put it down, put it down like you supposed to. You claim that you are. Then, besides using the ice cube and doing the same thing now with the ice cube that he did all snuggly, all rubbing all the ice cube all on top, the whole body and painting and stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, when Donna Summer sings, oh, by the way, he didn't mention Prince, like, what's wrong be different, like Princess or something like that thing. But anyway, but he wanted to mention, when Donna Summer sings, you knew when she sang that she knew how to sex. Basically trying to say, Jones was like, I know how to do that. And he was like, okay, do you sing sitting down? And she's like, yeah. So he tells her to stand upright. And here's a little significance. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking for far to it. So here with a red robe, he takes her bed off. I mean, a belt. I said bread. I meant to say belt of the robe. And he's like, trust me, if you want to know how to sing, if you want to know how to sing, okay. So honestly, I don't know whether it was smashing, but it was still, I guess, like some type of. I don't know what the hell was happening because I couldn't tell. All I know this is part personally me that I felt cringe. So first, he wraps the robe, we're almost like hiding her face as if she, like kind of. It looks hooded like Little Red Riding Hood to me or something, and he's just looking like, and he the big bad wolf with the rat tail. He like, you know, um, you just gotta trust me, blah blah that type of talk, right? So all of a sudden, y'all, he covers her whole face. And it could be because she might be, a little bit incoherent. I don't know how much liquor or, she could take for that because she ain't fighting nothing. This dude covered her up. You don't know if he was gonna smuggle take her out, whatever. He's like put the the robe completely all over her face and cover her whole face up. Circulation. Can she breathe? She can't see shit. Okay? So he takes the belt and actually puts around her neck. So he's, I guess, was supposed to be exotic strangle. I know some people that in this stuff when when they smash and stuff, but it's just that I don't know it. And then he's like, "You trust me." Like I said, I don't know whether it was mashed up, but because the focus was on this strangulation that once he finished or whatever, I don't know. Like I said, if he was, in her or besides jerking it out. But when he finished, he was like, "Trust me," and he's like, "Open your mouth." And then we see a knife, a knife, pocket knife, but as sharp as hell because he just was able to perfectly cut, and you just see her breathing through a hole that he made in with this red silk robe, and he's like, "Now you can sing," and then it cuts to the credits with the red words with examples and everything's in um tell you the truth, it wasn't as shocking. The only reason why I will say one of the main reasons why I could probably watch it more is like I wonder will get better because not sometimes good shows don't always have the best pilots. It didn't like cringe. It may get worse. It may stay the same, whatever. Where I don't feel uncomfortable like watching it. Like actually, Euphoria was actually more shocking than this, at least so far. Still haven't watched season 2. But anyway, y'all, I hope y'all like this. I'm about to get off of here. Hugs and loves. Take care. And what do you think about the show? It's kind of over exaggerated. Yes, it's kind of like, as they say, a little bit torture porn. But I still want to watch it to see where it goes. Even though I wonder whenever, because I think they only got 6 to 8 episodes or whatever the case is. Is it going one of those shows that do you want it to have an ending? Because just to let y'all know, y'all, I seen one report they didn't even make enough, like even make the 100 mil mark as far as people. So we'll just see. But I want to watch to see what is next. Are they going to go into what happened to mom? How she gets more invested? How she meets this Coleman? What exactly does he have them doing and stuff? It's a lot. How it just merge or like what's next? Okay. But anyways, y'all, I'm finally out of here and see you on the next one. Y'all take care.